On behalf of our friend Vinny, that's Vinny, welcome back to Town and Country of Roswell for the title match of today's JBT event. We're in the handicap division now. Two bowlers looking for their first career JBT titles, and I'm going to have to enunciate very clearly as it's Brandon playing Brendan. That is Brendan Coombes on the left, and that is Brandon at Navarette on the right. Both bowlers looking for win number one. There's already one win in the Coombes family, though. We'll talk about that when we get a chance. Brendan on the left has to beat Brandon on the right by 15 pins to tie and 16 pins to win. And he's already made up one of them there with that spare in the first frame. Great weekend here at Town and Country in Roswell, the southeastern corner of New Mexico. Good turnouts both days. Nice bunch of ages and averages all doing well with us. Navarette from Hobbs, which is even further southeast in New Mexico. We'd love to go back to Hobbs, but Jared Flores closed it down by winning. That's not bad. Vinny disapproves. Navarette, a more beginning bowler, is just going to get up there and grab and go. Unfortunately, go into the moat there with that shot, and a big opportunity for Coombes early. Yeah, you bet. 2 or 3 years ago, Brendan's little brother Ethan, who's over there cheering him on right there, he won this tournament. And he's had bragging rights in the family for all this time. They're looking to tie it at one win for each Coombes brother. That's always nice when that happens. Got 8 frames to see if that will happen. Now, Navarette here on the right, I understand, is a Broncos fan, and it is Broncos Steelers right now. And I don't know if that's going to bode well or not for him. He's got all the blue today. He had the blue and orange on yesterday. Yes, sir. Nothing? Right on. Thought we were going to get an editorial from Michael Mayo, but we did not. He walked away. Navarette doing all the right things, leaving relatively simple spares, and he covers up that 2-pin. Coombes doing the same thing, covering up his 4. So nice job out of both players on those spares. They bowled a 3-way semifinal match in our Survivor format here, as those two survived, and Zachary Wojciechowski finished in 3rd. Fine weekend for Zach. Lots of North Texans finishing in the top 6 here all weekend long. Yeah, there's a strike for Brandon. And another good shot for Brendan too, leaving makeable spares. The whole Hobbs crew right to the left there cheering him on. Glad to have them out here with us this weekend. That's Coach in the orange. It's the whole AFC. One had a Bronco shirt, a Steelers shirt, and what was the other one? What was the other team? What's that? Oh, the Houston. That was right. He had the Texan shirt on yesterday, too. So the whole AFC represented in Hobbs there. Nice job with the spare again from Coombes, bowling a solid game here. Both of these lower average bowlers. So whenever you see, you know, Kyle King and Matt Gasson win our tournaments, these kind of kids can win our tournaments, too. So get yourself down here. And comes up with the Brooklyn mixer. So first strike of the match for Navarette. Sorry, first double of the match for Navarette. While Coombes has the 5-pin. If he misses it, he owes the whole Coombes family a fireball. Had to get in there, crowbar that in there somehow. But he does not, perfectly in the middle of the 5-pin. So Coombes coming out here clean through 5 frames. And Navarette, the lower average, counters with a couple opens, but a double. You just get that reactive ball that hooks a little and just the very basics down. Almost gets the triple on the Brooklyn. See how Brandon answers. Now gets the 10 out there. That's a nice break. What is this? Some sort of what's going on here? Are you seeing this? What's going on here? Vinny brought a friend. What? Hey, little dude, we're trying to watch the finals. What's going on? Go back to your home galaxy. We didn't even see Brendan make that spare. It's called a camera. It's not that. Well, there he goes. My favorite video of the year. Now we got Vinny's cousin out of the way. Now we're right in the pocket there. Beautiful shot for him. And smashing through the head pin there is Coombes, leaving another 9 count. Are you kidding me? Is that all 9 counts? 1 8 count and 6 9 counts through 7 frames. It's the bad news that he hasn't struck. The good news is he's spared everything. Shooting the 7-pin from the left side here. And right down the one board on the left. That's a heck of a way to shoot a 7. That's a spare. Vinny's impressed. And he stays clean. Again, giving 15, kind of an interesting scenario here right now. It's going to come down to the last 3 frames. Both bowlers way over their average, as many were in the handicap division today on a house pattern. Breaks up the split again. Ethan right down the there, finally. We did not know if it was possible, but he finally gets that strike. Uh-oh, it's the Roswell limbo. There they go. There's no real good place to video from here, so we're behind the front counter. Gotta stay on the lane. Oops. Little goof there from Navarette. It's all right, he's still right in this match. Let's see what Coombes can do if he can capitalize on that strike last frame. Hit the head pin again. And blows out the 5-pin there. What a fine game Coombes is putting together. He does not want to hear it for another year from his brother being the only champ in the house. Thompson's to my left are going to hear that for a little while. Nice shot from Brandon. Doing his job too, just Brendan doing his job even better. And the difference is 15. Is that 135 through 8? So essentially 150 through 8. It's still anybody's game here. And we got icing the kicker. Vinny is very disappointed in that ball return to show up. The lane's been working well all day long. Well, it was an interesting situation with 2 essentially rookie bowlers who like to just get up there and go as fast as possible, and all of a sudden everything stops in the bowling alley. But it was a quick ball return. A long delay there would have been a mental catastrophe potentially for him, but let's see if he gets the spare.
Silence in the center?
Awkwardly silent, as Zach would say. Great job covering the spare up, though. Brendan can lock it up here if he can make it 3 in a row. Instead, his worst shot of the title match comes at a bad time in the 10th frame, and I don't think we've ever had a 1-4-5 to shoot at in the 10th frame. Oh, he gets that 9 count out again. Misses that spare in the 10th, so that finishes him out at 187, if I remember right, giving 15. This.
That was another pass.
Oh, and that spare could do it. Coombes finished out at 187, and he's giving 15. We'll wait for these stinking cartoons to get off the screen. No, it's okay. not. So,
the alien cartoon.
So he's getting 15, so he strikes here for 174, plus 15 for 189, so he needs 9 to win, 8 to tie. I think we have a tie. Let's add it up.
172, that's 15 exactly.
And we are tied at 187. Well, folks, like we announced, the handicap difference was 15, plus 15 for Brandon is a tie at 187. By JBT rule, we break that tie by a 2-frame roll-off. Guys, I'm going to come down there and give you the details on how the roll-off works. Look out. Have been a long time since a handicap tie. Here's how we do it. Thanks a lot, guys. It's going to snow soon. Okay, like I just said, we're going to do a 9th to 10th frame roll-off. Essentially, we're going to bowl the 9th to 10th frames all over again. That's 20% of the normal mean, so you're going to get 20%.
I think that's where it's confused because he's passing. I don't know what to do. Oh, he took the shit. God, 12 minutes. You should have seen 12 minutes of long. You know, just for him. He's doing that. I know that people nearly. Take over with him. Coming. Yes. Touchdown.
So 2-frame roll-off 9th and 10th here. It's been a long time since we've had a title match tie in either division. The difference in the handicap is 3 this time. Coombes has to make up 3 pins. Meanwhile, Denver is scoring, and my Broncos fan GM and Broncos fan assistant are going berserk and trying to be quiet about it behind me. Got a hook. Oh, does not hook there. Navarette will move over to the left lane and do his 10th frame. The handicap's already added in on the scoreboard, which is now there with Mr. Broncos fan. Yes, yes, yes. Has to recover from this 9th frame right here. Oh, that's the way to recover there. You couldn't get any less of the head pin on the Brooklyn side, but it doesn't matter. They tickled them all down. That's a huge strike for him right there. We'll see what he gets here in the second shot before we start figuring out the mathematical possibilities here. Just got to touch that pin and pray. Oh, better shot than last time, actually. But just didn't quite get the carry. That's all right. Nervous time for all the fans here. Title match ties are nerve-wracking enough, let alone that it's after a day of the Survivor format where the bowlers are on the brink of elimination game by game for 5 or 6 rounds here. Never know if these 2 pins will be important for the count, so get them if you can. He doesn't, so he finishes up at an even 40 with his handicap added in. Coombes would go 9 out for 28 plus 13. Is that right? So 9 out wins by a pin. So he needs 9 pins on these 2 balls. And there is only 5 of them. If he gets 4 pins here, he wins by a pin. Right? 28 and 13 is 41. Yes. If he gets 3 pins here, if he gets 3 pins here, he loses, so it can't be a tie. It's win or lose on this shot. It's a win. Wow, just clips enough of the head pin on the right side to mix them all up. It didn't matter that the 9 fell, but that could have been 1, 2, that could have been anything from right there. The Ethan Coombes reign of terror in the household as the only JBT titleist is over, as Big Brother Brendan comes through in the tiebreaker with the win. My goodness. Great way to wrap up a really fun weekend here in Roswell. We'll have the awards for these 2 fine bowlers in just a minute.